Maybe one example of the Quran being a linguistic miracle, for people who are not maybe too familiar with Arabic language, is Surah As-Saffat. This is one that sometimes a lot of people who don't know the Arabic language, they attack. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِنَّ إِلْيَاسَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. And verily, Elias was from the messengers. The verses continues, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of it, He says, Salamun ala Ilyasin. Peace upon Ilyas. But unlike the first verse in the sequence, here Ilyas is in what? It's in plural. Ilyasin is in plural. Ilyas is in singular. So Ilyas is singular, Ilyasin, so people will get confused. There's no two Ilyases, right? And people will often attack this. But the Arabic language, oftentimes when it uses nouns, ism, of the other language, or which come from an origin of another language, it lists them with a plural, it adds a plural to them. So Ilyas, originally coming from Hebrew, here it's referred to as Ilyasin. Now why is it important? Because the grammatical sequence is not broken, but the rhyme sequence is maintained. And that gives the Quran its linguistic capacity, but at the same time to keep a melodious tune. So you go, وَإِنَّ إِلْيَاسَ لَمِنَ الْمُرْسَلِينَ إِذْ قَالَ لِقَوْمِهِ أَلَا تَتَّقُونَ أَتَدْعُونَ بَعْلًا وَتَذَرُونَ أَحْسَنَ الْخَالِقِينَ اللَّهَ رَبَّكُمْ وَرَبَّ آبَائِكُمُ الْأَوَّلِينَ فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون إلا عباد الله المخلصين وتركنا عليه في الآخرين سلام على الياسين إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين. So you see how you keep the entire rhyming sequence without breaking the flow of the grammar. And the Arabs used to marvel at this in terms of the Quran, that it would use multiple rhyming notes and rhythms. Because poetry has what? Poetry has different classes and different ranks of poetry. And the Quran in singular chapters can flow between one and another while keeping the rhyme sequence, not breaking the grammar, maintaining the meaning, and speaking about a story that happened in a different historical context, a different time, and still conveying the message that is needed to be done. Because usually the poet, if any of you guys would be familiar with music, a poet will break grammatical rhythm in order to what? Keep the rhyme sequence. And sometimes they keep the rhyme sequence, but they're not able to make any sense in terms of the story arc. At no point in the time, at no point in anything does the Quran ever break grammatical rules while keeping its rhyme sequences, while maintaining absolute historical accuracy and conveying the message. And the Quran does this over a period of what? 23 years. Coming from the mouth of a man who could not read or write. You're left with having to say, okay, where did this come from?
Welcome back, friends. I hope you enjoy the video till the last minute. Yes, the Holy Quran is the miracle of Almighty Allah. Because if you look at the previous books, like nowadays people call him Bible, or Torah, or Zabur, and Injil, these are not in the original shape now. But the only Holy Quran is in original form, and you can say that it is a miracle. Now, how it is a miracle? Any proof? The proof is that there are millions and billions of memorization of the Holy Quran is available. Now, we can say that Hafiz Quran, a person who memorized the complete Holy Quran from Alif Lam Mim to Wan Nas, that much book has been memorized the people in his brain, and every year they are repeating the Holy Quran does not come out from the brain. Now this is called the miracle. Because if you take a small book like that, and if it is written by a human, if you memorize it for one day, 1 month, maybe 2 months, but after some time it will be forget from your brain. It will not be anymore in your brain. So that is not book. Like you cannot memorize this kind of book and then you memorize complete that much of book, 50, 500 and 600 pages that you memorize it. This is the miracle of Almighty Allah. That's why there are the number of Hafiz-e-Kiram in the Pakistan and in another countries. In every country it has been increasing day by day. Now this person highlight a very beautiful thing of the Holy Quran, the rhythm, like we can say the rhythmic changes. Like in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Saffat, Almighty Allah says, Salamun ala Ilyasin. If Almighty Allah say about the Ilyasin, so most of the people they are does not aware about the grammatation of the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran grammar is sarf and nahwa. If you have complete control on the sarf and also on the nahwa, that how the word alhamdu met, is it ism, is it a noun or no, it's a pronoun, is it murab or mabni. There are different kind of things about the nahwa. So if someone is unaware of grammar, they will be definitely point out that here the Quran made a mistake. But actually this is the lack of the knowledge of the spoken person. The Holy Quran is complete from all the aspects. If you look at the recitation, if you look at the translation, if you look at the verbal, non-verbal, each and everything is completely completely written with 100% correctness. Now just look at the citation of the brother that he said that Salamun ala Musa wa Harun inna kadhalika najzil muhsinin innahuma min ibadina al-mu'minin wa inna Ilyasa lamina al-mursalin iz qala liqawmihi ala tattaqun ala tad'una ba'la wa tadharuna ahsana al-khaliqin. In each and every verse there will be a noon, every verse. Now if you look at the Surah Al-Qamar, iqtarabat as-sa'atu wa inshaqqa al-qamar وَإِن يَرَوْا آيَةً يُعْرِضُوا وَيَقُولُوا سِحْرٌ مُسْتَمِرٌ. Each and every word at the end there will be a ra. There will be a ra. So that is called a Quran, a book which is from the Almighty Allah. There is, that is called the complete wisdom and also the complete, we can say, the Fasih and Baligh book in all over the world is only the Holy Quran. And the most readable book on the surface of earth is the Holy Quran. That's why the Holy Quran mean is Quran. Quran is derived from the word qara'a yaqra'u, mean a book which is readable. So on every surface of earth, the Holy Quran is the most studiable and the most readable book on the surface of earth. So this person really clarify a very good point of the Holy Quran regarding to the rhythm and also the grammar and the grammatation of the Holy Quran. I hope you enjoy the video. If you like the video, subscribe the channel and share it with your friends.